Have you ever looked up at the night sky, gazing at distant celestial bodies, and felt a rush of wonder, curiosity, and perhaps a hint of mystery? What lies beyond our familiar world? Among those cosmic spectacles, there is one sight that outshines them all: the mesmerizing rings of Saturn. These magnificent halos of ice and dust have confounded astronomers and stargazers alike for centuries. The enigma of Saturn's rings isn't just a question of what they are, it's a dive into the heart of how these astonishing formations came to be and what they tell us about the universe itself. In this exploration, we will uncover the fascinating discoveries surrounding Saturn's rings and reveal the secrets they hold. Prepare to have your preconceived notions challenged. We're about to embark on a journey filled with astonishing revelations, unexpected twists, and, ultimately, a deeper understanding of our place in the cosmos. So stick around, you won't want to miss the incredible discoveries that await. When we think of planets, we often conjure up images of solid, unchanging masses of rock or gas. Yet, Saturn stands out, adorned with its breathtaking rings that can stretch up to 175,000 miles wide. That's roughly twice the diameter of the planet itself. But what are these spectacular rings made of? To many astronomers, they appeared like delicate wisps of light surrounding the giant planet, but each tiny piece has its own story. The rings are primarily made of ice particles that range in size, from microscopic grains to massive chunks as large as houses. These icy bodies reflect sunlight, creating that stunning glare, but the question remains, how did they form? Picture this: billions of years ago, when our solar system was just beginning to take shape, Saturn likely harbored moons made largely of ice and rocky debris. At some point, collisions with asteroid material or perhaps even runaway moons may have shattered them to pieces, scattering their remnants into the gravitational embrace of Saturn. Here's something you didn't expect: these rings are not a permanent feature. They're dynamic and constantly changing, shedding and accumulating material in an ongoing cycle. As we dig deeper, let's pivot our focus to how we learned all of this. In 1997, NASA launched the Cassini spacecraft on a spectacular journey, one that would significantly deepen our understanding of Saturn and its rings. This brown and gold spacecraft would not only gather data but also deliver breathtaking images, captivating audiences back on Earth. Cassini spent 13 years marveling at Saturn, its moons, and yes, those alluring rings. Can you imagine sending a probe so far away, into the abyss of space, only to discover new worlds filled with intrigue? With every image beamed back, Cassini drew us closer into a universe brimming with secrets. One of the most astonishing discoveries came when Cassini encountered a phenomenon known as propeller features, which are actually disturbances in the ring material caused by tiny moonlets, small moons embedded within the rings themselves. These moonlets create waves, pushing the surrounding particles into vertical propellers that ripple throughout the rings. What's remarkable is how these hidden moonlets help scientists understand gravitational interactions in a way that reveals more about the nature and stability of Saturn's rings. Can you believe there are worlds within worlds, a hidden architecture beneath that dazzling surface? But that's not all. As Cassini continued its investigation, it unveiled something unexpected: an actively changing environment within the rings. Surprising, right? Researchers initially thought the rings were static, but observations showed they have their own weather systems. Shocking as it sounds, tiny moonlets create gravitational disturbances that spark a dynamic dance of material. High-speed particles collide, and in that chaos, they can sometimes create waves that echo like ripples on a pond. Imagine standing on the surface of Saturn's rings. Can you visualize the sheer scale of that scene? The dynamic patterns, the brilliant display of ice and rock, all intertwined in a breathtaking ballet of cosmic proportions. However, the biggest surprise came when scientists began to piece together the age of these extraordinary rings. Saturn's rings are surprisingly young, likely formed less than 100 million years ago. This pales in comparison to the planet's age, which is about 4.5 billion years. So what happened during those expansive eons? The birth of the rings may well be tied to the chaotic dance of Saturn's many moons. Now, every time we think we understand the history, something flips that understanding on its head. It's this element of surprise that keeps the enigma alive. As you might be pondering, the rings may also hold clues to the very beginning of our solar system. The material found within the rings could tell us about the primordial substances that contributed to the formation of planets. Analyzing the rings provides a time capsule back into the early days of cosmic formation. Isn't it mind-blowing to consider that every small speck of ice carries pieces of our universal origin? This brings us to another mind-boggling revelation. The rings are slowly disintegrating. Yes, you heard that right. The particles within Saturn's rings are losing their battle against gravity. Over time, these stunning rings will disperse, with some estimates suggesting this will happen within the next few 100 million years. It feels almost tragic to realize that we are witnesses to something so majestic, yet so fleeting. As you might be wondering, what does this mean for the future of Saturn? Once the rings fade away, the planet will still be grand, but there will be a significant shift in its identity. Can you visualize the empty void where those beautiful rings once flourished? It brings about a profound sense of loss. But, in a cosmic sense, it's just part of the ongoing cycle of creation and destruction. Everything in the universe has its life cycle, and the rings of Saturn are no exception. But how does this understanding of Saturn transition into the greater scope of our universe? One might wonder, what happens in places beyond our comprehension? The rings of Saturn push us to think about the nature of beauty in the cosmic tapestry. Every celestial body in this universe is intertwined with forces of creation and chaos, and Saturn's rings are the epitome of this paradox. As we continue our expedition, let's dive into the intriguing interplay of Saturn's moons, which reveals stories that are as complex as the rings themselves. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, has been an object of fascination for scientists since its discovery, a dense atmosphere shrouding mysterious hydrocarbons and lakes of liquid methane. Here's something shocking. Titan might be the only celestial body, aside from Earth, with stable bodies of surface liquid. How incredible is it to think that amidst the cold, bleak existence elsewhere in the universe, there could be an environment capable of supporting life, albeit very different from ours. This ties back to Saturn's rings, since the interactions of the moons with the rings further enhances our knowledge of planetary systems. The gravitational pull of these moons shapes and molds the rings, much like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. But let's not forget the role of Saturn itself, gazing down upon its icy adornments, influencing the very fabric of the ring system. Saturn's immense gravity creates tidal forces that interact with its moons, resulting in a mesmerizing display of cosmic synergy. It's this complexity that keeps us asking questions and yearning for answers. Are we alone in this galaxy? What other hidden wonders await our discovery? How do these celestial processes mirror the mysteries of our existence? As we draw closer to our conclusion, let's revisit the discoveries we've made. We've traversed the landscapes of Saturn's rings, exploring the nature and formation of those shimmering bands, while contemplating their eventual fate. Each piece of data Cassini gathered puts together a narrative of change and dynamism seldom seen on planets other than our own. With an ever-evolving understanding of such mysteries, the universe continuously challenges our perspectives. Here's something you didn't expect. It's in these cosmic curiosities where the essence of what it means to be human resides. The enigma of Saturn's rings embodies a journey of discovery that extends far beyond the boundaries of astronomical understanding. It's an exploration of our place in this expansive cosmos. Each new revelation echoes the tenuousness of our existence and the grandeur of our universe, a reminder that as we learn more about the depths of space, we also learn more about ourselves. So let this knowledge propel you into a future of inquiry. The next time you glance up at the night sky, remember that the rings of Saturn hold insights not just into the nature of planetary systems, but into the very fabric of existence itself. The enigma of Saturn's rings isn't merely a scientific curiosity, it's a symbol of wonder that connects us all, transcending time and space, and inviting each of us to explore the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Ultimately, we are left with one lingering question: what do we discover when we explore the unknown? What insights might we glean about our own lives, aspirations, and existence? That's part of the magic, isn't it? The quest for answers, the thrill of discovery, and above all, the beautiful mystery of the universe that, even in its vastness, pulls us closer together. So, continue to look up, remain curious, and let the enigma of Saturn's rings awaken the explorer within you.